Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Major League Baseball on Hollywood Sports. That's right, guys. I'm going to show you the slider set that I work with. I think it's a good slider set. Now, in MLB The Show, now these sliders aren't like the regular sliders from like Madden or NBA 2K. These sliders are just basically, you can make them harder or easy. You can't adjust how the guys coming to slide. I mean, you can't just like adjust the, like in Madden, you can adjust the block or you can adjust, the catch and all that. Well, all that stuff is done good in this game. All you can do to adjust in this game is to make the game either harder or easier. Okay, and one thing I want to start out with is the dynamic difficulty sensitivity. Boom, boom. This is great in the game. I wish a lot of other games use this. This would be great in Madden too. So you can adjust from rookie to all Madden, whatever your adjustment is. If you go dynamic, it adjusts to your skill level. That's what I like about it. So if you're getting real good, the CPU I start adjusting also. So that's what I like about it, guys. So I put it on dynamic difficulty, as you can see, and I put it up. Now normally it's right here in the middle, but I put it up one because I want the game to adjust a lot quickly. Human contact, it was normally right here. Everything is normally right there in the center, but I put it up one because I want the contact to be a lot better. I want the game to be in motion. I want the game to be exciting, and I'll get back to this in a second. Human power, it's just one step up. Human timing, one step up. Now, human foul frequency is normally right here in the middle, but I went 2 steps back, 2 notches back. It was right here. Everything in the middle is default, but I went back 2 on human foul frequency because this game has a tendency to have a lot of foul balls. So I adjusted that a little bit so we have less foul balls. Human solid contact, I went up 1. Human starter stamina, I left at default level because I want the ratings to come out for the players. So whatever their stamina rating is what it is. I don't want to change that. Human reliever stamina. So when you bring a reliever into the game, like guys in your bullpen, their stamina, leave it like it is because their ratings work out, guys. Their ratings work out. Human pitcher control. Again, go with their ratings. Leave it at default right here in the middle. How good is your pitcher with their control and their delivery? Leave it right there. Human pitcher consistency. Again, their consistency is a rating. So let that stay where it is if they're rating. Again, unless you want the game to be a lot harder, you can raise it up so that the pitcher will be more consistent. So hey, whatever you want to do, guys. Computer contact, I'm just showing you what my slider set looks like. Computer contact, it's normally again right here default, but I went 2 steps up because I want the game in motion, guys. I want a lot of hits. I want a lot of in gaps. I just want more performance in the game, make it more exciting. CPU power. Normally the CPU is default right here, but I went 2 steps up. Again, I want the game to be exciting. I want the CPU to be getting hits, man. I want them to be showing some power. If you got a guy that comes up like let's say I don't know, Albert Pujols or somebody like that that has some good power. I don't know what his numbers are, but normally a person like that always has power. Then you want his power numbers to show up. So I put to increase those guys' power numbers, I went up on the CPU power. CPU timing. Again, I want the CPU to be responsive. I want them to be smart. Again, that's why you put it on dynamic difficulty sensitivity. All those things will adjust, come out equally. Computer foul frequency. And again, I went down 2 because I'm trying to alleviate less fouls in the game. CPU solid hits. I want them to be getting solid hits based on their ratings, guys. They're going to be more solid hits. The game is going to be moving. The game's going to be in motion. It's going to be exciting. You're going to have some fun. At least for me, it's fun, man. It makes you want to get you guys in defensive positions. It makes all this stuff happen, man. CPU starter stamina. Again, the CPU stamina, just like the human stamina. You know, let their ratings play out. Leave it at default. If you want the game to be easier, lower it down. If you want their stamina to be a lot higher, where they can go maybe a lot more innings, put the game up. So these settings and these sliders are based on making the game easier or harder. That is it. It's not like a Madden slider where you can control the catch or something like that, you know. CPU pitcher control, again, I'm leaving it at default because I want them, their control is based on their rating. Pitcher consistency, same thing, based on their rating. CPU strike frequency, hey, let it go in their ratings, man. The strikes comes out through the ratings. CPU manager hook, I left it at default. Now you can raise it and make it a lot of fun. I kind of thought about that because, you know, when managers go off, or you know, they challenge a play or do something too much, or it may create fights in the game. I don't know, but I don't think they got fights in the game. But anyway, if a pitcher hits a hitter, maybe it'll cause the manager to come out more. You know what? I'm going to raise that up one. So if a manager does too much, and it'll bring out the real manager's personality in the game. If you know, like, remember Lou Piniella for the Mariners? He used to be really, he used to go off a lot on those umpires, man. So maybe that'll increase the manager's emotional part of the game, bring them really into the game. CPU pickoffs. I think I want to leave that at, again, I thought about raising that up too, because it'll discourage you from trying to steal so much. If you want to do a lot of user control stealing, and CPU can pick you off. I thought about raising that up to make the game more challenging, so it's not so easy for you to find out a trick to steal on the CPU all the time. But I'm gonna leave it at default, guys, because I don't really play online. You know, I might play a few times to see how it is, but I don't like playing humans, man, because they find out ways to cheat. They don't play simulation. I might try it out a few times, but I want the CPU to be able to pick offs based on their ratings. The pitcher has to use his ratings to be a good, because some pitchers have a good pickoff move to first base and second base. Fast pitch speed. Leave the pitches at like it is, man. Unless you want to make the game harder and have the guy throwing 100 miles an hour every time he throws a fastball. But I want it more realistic. I want a simulation. I wanted to replicate Major League Baseball. So if the pitch speed, you know, if a guy can throw 98, he throws 98. I don't want to lessen that by a slider. Well, I don't want to increase that by a slider. Let his ratings come out, guys. That's what the game is all about. If we didn't have ratings on these players, man, nobody would be happy. You guys would be complaining that the player ratings are messed up. So let their ratings come out. Off speed, pitch speed, the same thing. Leave it at default. Fielding errors, leave it at default. Every player has their ratings, guys. Leave it at default. Now, again, if you want to make it easier for yourself and you want the CPU to have more errors, you know, raise it up. You know, whatever you want to do, it's really customizable. Throwing errors in field. You know, I just thought about something. You know, a lot of people complain. I know I'm mixing these things up with Madden, man, but I'm getting excited about Madden because I saw that Madden 17 presentation screenshot. If you guys haven't seen it, I got it on my channel. But, you know, the big controversy is that people complain about they're trying to make the game for simulation players and they're trying to make the game for casual players. Well, if we could get us a slider set, a default slider set that's only default for simulation, and you can pick whatever you want, simulation slider set or casual slider set, or make two different games. You know, like you buy a game like Halo or something like that, it might say the digital edition, or NBA 2K, the classical edition, or they have these different editions you can buy, right? Well, they should do Madden like that. Have a simulation edition and then a casual edition. And then in the casual game, Madden, EA don't have to make everything all simulation and replication of the NFL. Let them play around, make it arcade for them, and then they have a simulation, or have a simulation mode and a casual mode, or something like that. And this right here, throwing errors in field, I think these sliders kind of work with that way, because if you want more errors, which probably a casual player would probably want, you can raise that slider up. But I left it at default. Again, I want the player ratings to come out. Sometimes, guys, I tend to be a little more detailed, but don't worry about it, guys. I'm just trying to explain myself. Throwing errors, outfield, same thing. I got it at default. Fielder run speed. Again, they got their own speeds and their ratings. I left it at default. Field and reaction, again, all default, guys. Their arm strengths, default. Arm strength of the outfield, default. Base runner speed, again, default. Base runner steal ability, again, let their ratings come out on their stealing abilities, guys. And base runner steal frequency, I raised up 2 times. See, this is default, 1, 2, 3. No, I had it raised up 3. Because again, base running steal frequency, it doesn't affect their rating. Well, I don't know if that's a rating or not on how frequent they like to steal. I think it depends on the actual what's going on in the game. But I want to put the game in motion, guys. Well, I always put it on auto base running because I like to see the ratings come out, guys. I like to see the ratings come out. So I want the steal frequency to be up. So you always have to keep your eye on that guy on first base. You always have to keep your eye on that guy on first base. I just want the game to be more excited and more in motion. So I raised that base runner steal frequency up. The win, left it at default because everything will be realistic in different stadiums you play in, different ballparks. Injury frequency, I left it at default. Unless you want more injuries or less injuries. Trade frequency, I put up 1. Because I want the GMs to be more active, trying to do trades. I just want to make that more involved in the game when the CPU tries to get trades or offer you trades and things like that. So guys, that is my slider set for MLB The Show 16. Again, welcome to Major League Baseball on Hollywood Sports. If you like this and you want to try these sliders out, that's cool. If you like them, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hollywood Sports is all about replication of the sport, simulation of the sport. And if you're that type of gamer and you like to see that type of gameplay, hit that subscribe button. And as always, until next time, everybody, I am Hollywood Sports. I want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.